Gal.
Hey guys, welcome to Get Live Podcast. Umai.
Oh my.
Umai.
Oh my
Umai.
god.
I can't believe it.
I've never been this far.
Away from home. Okay.
Do you ever get copyrighted for that?
No, we're just singing. We're not singing it.
Oh,
Anyway, so welcome to Get Live Podcast. Umai. Today is a special episode. We are not sponsored by McDonald's, but we just love McDonald's, and it's such a go-to food. Everyone can kind of relate to it, so that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about McDonald's. This episode of the podcast is also sponsored by Japan Crate, Crunchyroll, so check those links out in the description. Before we start, we'll start with our drink. We've got our snacks provided by Japan Crate. We've got this Mountain Dew Violet grape flavor.
Oh, I love grape soda.
See, I never understood Mountain Dew because Mountain Dew in the UK is a
energy drink. And is neon green or piss yellow.
Yeah. But in the rest of the world, it's not an energy drink.
It's just a drink.
It's just a soft drink.
Maybe with the amount of sugar that they put into it, it has to be classified as an energy drink in the UK. That might be it.
Maybe. Smell this.
Does it smell bad?
No, it smells like grape.
Oh my god, it smells so good.
It
smells like do you remember
medicine.
those lip smackers?
What?
It's like chapstick.
Yeah, but that's...
And they're like soda flavour.
I don't want to be drinking that.
I'm drinking my tea currently. High society.
High society.
Oh no, don't pour a lot. Only a little bit. Enough. That's like too much.
It's violet. It's called Mountain Dew Violet with grape flavour.
It's really purple.
It's violet flavoured, and
it looks.
Oh
no, I can smell the medicinal flavour.
Yeah,
it smells like limsip.
This does not taste good.
Oh,
what is this?
It tastes like a grape flavoured Barocca.
That's basically what that is.
It smells like a grape flavoured Barocca. Or like a really cold limsip.
You know what I think this is?
Medicine.
Yeah, no, I think it's actually violet. It's got like violets in it.
Read the ingredients. Oh, it's ingredients.
It's in Japanese. Read the ingredients. I can't read Japanese.
It smells better than it tastes.
It smells better than it tastes, but it says violet with grape flavour. So I don't think...
I mean, you'd expect a bit more flavour to it. It literally tastes like either cold limsip, that's blackcurrant flavoured, or B, a grape flavoured Barocca.
Yeah,
or
I would say grape flavoured or blackcurrant flavoured Barocca if they exist.
It smells more flavourful than it tastes. There's not really much flavour to it.
Yeah, this isn't good.
Maybe we need to try it when it's room temp.
No, I don't think room temp will make this any better. Anyway, speaking of sodas, McDonald's, Mackie Dough, Mickey D's, as they say in the UK. McDonald's, depending on where you are in the world, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, that's what Arabs call it, McDonald's.
Arabs, and I think Africans as well.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what happened to the LND at the end.
I think in Arabic, because it's just difficult to pronounce, so they just call it McDonald's.
Well, again, our uncle pronounce it McDo.
McDo, that's how you're supposed to pronounce it.
McDo. Go get me some McDo. In Australia, I think it's Mackey's.
Mackies. But I know they call it Mickey D's here.
Mickey D's.
People call it Mickey D's here.
I call it McDo.
I think even in the adverts they call it, the way they say it is they say McDonald's in the adverts, which is I think a bit weird because it's McDonald's as in MC and then Donald's, but it's like at McDonald's. That's how they say it, and it's like
MC.
Yes, how they're supposed to say it, but I mean in the advert it sounds weird because it's like McDonald's. It's like it's weird. I don't know why, but
do you know that around old McDonald Harrow Farm? Is that the same McDonald's?
No, it's not. It's not the same McDonald's. Maybe it is. That's where they're getting their hamburger supplies. That's another thing. I want to get into this. Depending on where you are in the world, McDonald's will have different suppliers and different items. So what we're going to be talking about is specific to the United Kingdom and I believe Ireland. So you're not going to find... So there'll be certain things that are European exclusive that you'll find in France and Germany and whatever.
I don't think, a lot of our stuff, I don't think our menu differs from the US.
It does.
It's only, we have premium burgers, but they're not even that premium.
Our menu differs quite a lot. I mean, the base menu in McDonald's is always the same wherever you go.
Yeah.
But our menu in the UK differs so much, and we might feel it as like, oh, this is traditional McDonald's, but at the end of the day, if you go to the US, you're not going to find a lot of the stuff. Like, for example, the US have a McDouble,
which is a double cheeseburger.
Which is kind of like a double cheeseburger.
Oh.
It's kind of like a double cheeseburger. It's a double cheese, but it's got like an extra slice of bread, and it's somehow cheaper. I don't understand how.
So it's a Big Mac Jr. but without the sauce.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The US doesn't have Big Mac Jr. They don't have a Grand Mac.
That's limited.
But still, these are
seasonal.
There's still menu items that come around. Like we don't, for example, the Americans have the McRib. That's seasonal.
Do they still have it? Oh no, we never had that. We had it back in the day.
They didn't bring it back.
What I really want to know, the McRib, is it a rib or is it just meat patty squished into a rib?
It's
like, is there a bone in it?
No, there's no bone. There's no bone in McRib.
So is it rib meat squished into like a rib shape?
I would imagine.
Or is it?
It's like a barbecue burger, and then the rib portion looks like a rack of ribs, or supposed to resemble a rack of ribs.
That sort of freaks me out a little bit.
But that's regardless, because they don't actually have it in this country. It isn't something I think the reason that might be is because of the fact that, you know, there was a point in which a lot of the meats and stuff weren't coming from British and Irish farms, and now you see every McDonald's advert always has to mention our beef is from British farms and our chickens are from
It's
British
like they
farms.
even had the adverts for little kids saying so and so said there's this in chicken nuggets and that in chicken nuggets, and at the end it ends with it's just 100% chicken breast.
Yeah,
like that's all it is.
I think
because they were getting a bad rap of chicken nuggets being reconstituted bits.
Yeah, and
chicken.
To be honest with you, I don't know. It could have been that in the US, or it could have been that in the past, but at least in the UK, because obviously there's certain food standards, you can't get away with it. And I think that's why if you ever go to McDonald's in Europe in general, it's far better than in the US. Far better quality. It's a proper, I don't want to say it's a proper meal, because you know that stuff isn't. It's all manufactured in labs and stuff. So I mean, it's designed in labs and like manufactured in like a massive meat processing
but at least you know the level of, maybe it might change in the US as well. Maybe I don't know, maybe they might be advertising the same thing 100%. I don't know, US beef or
I don't think so, because even in like Japan, that's another one that I want to talk about in later on in the episode, but even in Japan, a lot of their products, when we're talking about beef patties and when we're talking about potatoes for the fries, it's all sourced from America, and even the meat, they get it made by Tyson Foods.
I don't know.
It's a meat it's like a massive meat company in the US that supplies. It's a massive meat supplier in the US, and they actually make the chicken nugget. Yeah. So I mean, they get their stuff from there. I don't know in the UK. Obviously, they get it from particular meat sources.
But do you know what I like about McDonald's as a whole? In each country, they will specify to the culture there. So like in India, you'll find more vegetarian options.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah. There's a lot of different things that you find depending on where you are in the world. I mean, in the UK, you don't get that much variance in terms of wacky, crazy things like in Japan, or for example, I understand
because
India,
there was here a burger is a burger.
Yeah,
but you can't really change it.
You can't. I mean,
it's just as long as you've got the beef or the chicken or the veggie in there, it's a burger.
Yeah, I mean, for example, in the US, they don't actually have a vegetarian option at McDonald's.
They don't.
That doesn't exist.
Not one veggie burger.
No.
So it's just chips.
It's
not even chips. I don't know. It depends how they fry the oil.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Well, vegetarian, I'm sure you can use oil, different like beef.
No, I think they fry everything in the same oil. But I mean,
they have mozzarella sticks, I'm sure.
Yeah,
but they don't have like a veggie meal.
I don't even think they have mozzarella sticks in the US.
Oh, cheesy bites here.
That's another thing. So we get stuff like that, but before we get into the main point of discussion, McDonald's has so much involved and everything. Like, for example, we might have these variants in the UK with McFlurries. That's where we tend to see them, because they have like more British branded chocolate, Smarties and stuff.
Cadbury's, I think, Galaxy.
Stuff like that. In the US, I think it's a lot different. What I'm gonna do is I'll let you talk about what your favorite thing to get at McDonald's. If you were just to go into McDonald's, make an order in the drive-thru, what is your main order, like your go-to order? And then I'll look at what they have in the US. And
this is embarrassing, because when you go to McDonald's, you have to have like an appetizer, which is your cheesy cheeseburger. Or that 6-piece nuggets. Just, you have to have like a little starter before you get into
It's not a Michelin star.
I know. I get that. But like, the problem is with McDonald's, when I go and order a meal, I have to also order something off the pound saver menu. Do you know what I mean? So I can't just go in and order a Big Mac or like a sweet chili chicken wrap or like chicken selects without ordering like a cheeseburger. So the way I do it is, if I'm ordering a Big Mac meal, I have to order extra pickles, extra sauce, but then I also have to have chicken nuggets. I can't just go in and order one or the other. And if I'm ordering like a sweet chili chicken wrap, or if I'm ordering chicken selects meal with definitely the sour cream and the sweet chili dip, I have to have a cheeseburger with it. You just can't not. I feel like you have to get the meal, and I'm not the only one that does this. Like, even when I was in uni, everyone else had to order the main meal, but they also had like a little side from
I would say that's because in the UK, if you are a student and if you have like an MUS card, or if you show them your student ID, depending on which McDonald's it is, they will give you a free cheeseburger or free chicken mayo. Was it
chicken mayo?
Chicken mayo or free cheeseburger or free McFlurry. It depends on the location. Some locations will refuse to do that. If you are a vegetarian, there are some locations in the UK that will
give you chips, I think, right? Or...
I mean, I had to argue with the one in Greenwich to do that.
But do you know what I mean? Like, basically, milk, what it is that free item when you order a meal is usually something off the dollar. I think in America call it dollar saver.
The dollar menu.
Yeah, but here it's the pound saver menu. So like in some places, their median chips could be like 99 pence, but in some franchises it could be like £1 something. I've noticed. But I'm pretty sure the option, as long as the option's 99p, you get it for free when you show your NUS card. But that's not the point. Once you order like your cheeseburger or your nuggets and you order your main meal, you have to go. I personally have to eat a McFlurry.
Okay.
I have to. If I don't get a milkshake. If I get a milkshake, then no McFlurry.
All right.
But then my issue is, and everyone always makes fun of me for this, I like my McFlurry plain.
Yeah, you're Ned Flanders.
Like, I don't want no chocolate bits, no Smarties, no chocolate sauce.
I think that's a bit nasty. There's some things. Okay, cool. No. Chocolate sauce I would not go for on a McFlurry. 100%. I don't like it.
It's not even sauce.
It's syrup. At that point, I get it.
Yeah, it tastes like sugar. It's not.
It's not chocolatey.
But then, like, when you get the chocolate bits, the reason why I sometimes don't like going for like Smarties or Cadbury's or Galaxy, whatever they're serving, is because the chocolate's always cold and hard and frozen.
That's what I like
about it kills it.
That's what I like about Smarties. Because when you eat, I normally hate Smarties.
I hate Smarties.
But when you eat Smarties that are frozen and like crunched up, and it adds that little crunch
I can work with a Smarties, but I can't do a frozen Cadbury's.
I'm really upset when they removed Smarties and they replaced it with Oreo. Remember that? That was
Oreo.
A couple of years ago.
I liked it, but I don't like it with the chocolate sauce.
Oreo. You know what Oreo was? It was just Oreo biscuits without the filling.
Do you know what I miss? Do you know what I really miss? Back in the day, back in the day, they used to do a toffee sundae.
Yes, they did the toffee sundae. I think they did chocolate and strawberry as well.
Yeah, I think now they either have none, or they only have the strawberry one and that's it, or they only have like the chocolate one.
I think they do toffee.
No, they don't. One of them's missing.
No,
I know one of them's
chocolate
missing.
That's missing, but they do the toffee sundae.
But I can't see why they can't do chocolate. They have the chocolate sauce from the McFlurry.
I mean, you could ask them.
You could argue it.
If you're not argue, but
well,
I mean,
personally, if you have the guts to go in and order a Big Mac and say want extra sauce and extra pickles, you might as well go in and ask for a sundae with chocolate fudge sauce.
See, the funny thing is, right, you could do that in the UK at least. I'm not sure. There's some locations in the US that have this, but in the UK, majority of McDonald's have the screens that you can order from now, and then you can choose what you want, and you can make more complex orders that way. You're still kind of limited on what you can do because it doesn't let you go crazy.
Only 2 pickles maximum.
Yeah, you can't be like, can I get 15 pickles? Like you.
Whereas if you go to the till and you specify I want a shit ton of pickles, they will do that for you.
I mean, it depends. But
it depends if you're in a decent branch.
And also,
shout out to Cricklewood.
No,
I don't like Cricklewood. Helps me out.
Cricklewood are so rude. And look, I don't want to call out Cricklewood McDonald's, but my favorite McDonald's, and this one.
No, Collindale.
Collindale's worse. But I'll tell you something. Stevenage is the best McDonald's that I've ever been to.
It's the best cheesy cheeseburger I've ever eaten.
The next McDonald's that I've been to that I really like are both the branches in King's
I like
Cross. Greenwich is okay.
There's one in King's Cross. Oh yeah, outside.
There's two in King's Cross right next to each other.
Okay.
There's also a McDonald's that I tried in Kensington. That's also quite nice.
I've not tried that one.
That one's good. But I think, like, Cricklewood, what I don't like about Cricklewood McDonald's is that they can sometimes, look, and I get it, everyone's working, you know, I don't want to, you know, call them out or whatever, but sometimes they can get orders really wrong.
Neasden always gets her order wrong.
Like, I tell you something, this happened at Neasden and at, what was it, Neasden?
It was Neasden and Cricklewood. Collindale's never let me down so far.
Collindale...
But Stevenage...
Collindale forgotten orders. Let's not forget that.
But what McDonald's doesn't. No. That's not fair. They're there. You're speaking through like a shitty mic. They can't hear you. They're trying their best.
No, but you paid for it. It's not like you haven't.
They're trying their best.
And by the time you get home, you're like, oh.
And I think, personally, unpopular opinion, it should be also up to the person paying to check everything before they drive off.
Okay, true. I agree with that. But regardless, but I don't need to check what's inside the burger. That
that annoys me.
So I'm gonna get into this before we get into my.
You said let me down with the extra sauce, extra pickles.
Okay,
there was no sauce, no
I'm
pickles.
not talking about extra sauce, extra pickles.
I'll tell you this later.
No, your point is so invalid.
No, my point is listen.
My point is something that will piss people off. If you're a vegetarian, can I finish?
But my point is equally valid.
Your point is not valid because you're asking for extra sauce, extra pickles.
But the burger,
I disagree with that. Because let me get into what I said, and then I'll let you guys, the audience, to decide.
Okay, it's getting hot and heavy. It's getting heated. Let's go.
I will tell you something.
It's getting heated.
Okay, calm down. If you're a vegetarian, and you order a veggie burger at McDonald's, what do you expect in that burger?
Veggie.
A veggie patty.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, I went into Neeson McDonald's, and this happened to me twice. So I went into Neeson, I went to Cricklewood. The first time when I went into Neeson, it's a very famous drive-through. They used to record the McDonald's adverts at that McDonald's in Neeson.
No way.
Remember the bargain hunt guy that used to say his cheapest chips? That was recorded.
That was in Neeson.
That was in Neeson McDonald's.
Our McDonald's is famous.
And I think that was maybe one of the first locations in London, Neeson.
Neeson.
Yeah, because that used to be a Wimpy. Regardless,
there used to be one I'm pretty sure there's also McDonald's in Wembley as well, near Wembley Stadium.
There is one, but I don't think that was there. I think that was there when they redid Wembley Stadium.
Maybe.
Regardless,
Stonebridge and McDonald's.
There's even one now in Asda.
Near Stevenage, right?
No, in Asda Wembley.
You're lying.
They removed the Asda Cafe and they put McDonald's there.
No, but the Asda Cafe was banging though. But no, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
but that doesn't make sense because you got one in Neeson and one in Wembley and one in Stonebridge and one in...
It depends. It depends on the franchise owner. If the franchise owner wants to do that, I'm guessing the franchisee is Asda in that case. Because they're in other Asda locations.
But you have to admit...
Because Asda's owned by Walmart. There's sometimes you go into a Walmart, there's a McDonald's there, there's a Subway there.
But you have to admit, Asda McDonald's
is a good combination.
It is. Regardless, but the Asda Cafe, RIP.
Regardless, some of them have the Asda Cafe and McDonald's, but that's not the point. We're not here to talk about Asda. We're here to talk about McDonald's and Neasden. Basically, so I went to order a veggie wrap, and there was chicken in the veggie wrap. Now,
did you actually take a bite out of it?
I didn't. I was going to, and I was like,
imagine if you're a vegetarian.
See, that's the thing. If I was a vegetarian and I got that, that's a bigger issue. I'm not going to go and sue. This isn't the US where we're suing people 24/7. But then
I think I remember that day. You actually had to open the wrap to see. It wasn't really that visible from the wrap.
No, it wasn't. But I could smell chicken. I was like, this is not right.
So imagine anyone else had taken a bite into that wrap.
Yeah, it would have been like Phoebe when she eats.
The veal, yeah.
It would have been exactly like that. But I think
yummy.
Phoebe.
This lovely vein of fat.
Yeah, but I think, okay, that's an honest mistake. I get that. The one time that got me really annoyed was Cricklewood McDonald's. And usually that's a great McDonald's. Usually they're good.
Yeah.
But this time, I think I went with my friend Mark and we went to McDonald's and I decided, okay, I'm going to get a veggie burger.
Why wasn't I invited?
This was after a thing anyway.
After a thing?
Yeah.
That I was not invited to.
Yes, that's...
Noted.
But regardless, so I went to McDonald's with Mark and Cricklewood. This was, I think, at maybe 7 o'clock or something. And I was like, okay, I could get a veggie burger. And then I got a veggie burger and I was like, I'm feeling Big Mac sauce. Because sometimes that veggie burger can be dry.
I'm sorry, Big Mac sauce elevates any
sauce.
Any sandwich.
Any sandwich.
And any side.
Actually, no, some sandwiches don't work with Big Mac sauce.
I probably wouldn't put chicken. Probably wouldn't.
We'll get into that later on. But yeah, so I went in, asked Big Mac sauce and pickles. And what came out was, it was a veggie burger. Don't get me wrong, they didn't get that wrong. The patty was correct.
They added a little extra something, didn't they?
They added bacon. 2 strips of American style bacon to the burger.
What, like the breakfast style bacon, or
when you order a big tasty,
like a cheeseburger bacon.
Yeah, a cheeseburger bacon or a big tasty bacon, and they added that to a veggie burger. Now, I understand that these people, they're working their hardest. They're out there working, whatever. But I think it's not that. You should really tell. The screen tells you what to do. It tells you what is the order.
But logic as well.
And logic as well. Because at the same time, if I'm a vegetarian, would I really be ordering bacon on my burger?
But you know how you get some vegetarians out there? Yeah, I'm a vegetarian, but I eat chicken. You get those ones.
They're not vegetarians.
But they say it's no, you're just a picky eater. That's what you are.
Yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is, this is a completely different issue.
Yeah, you ordered a veggie burger.
I ordered a veggie
You had some
deluxe.
extra veggie sides. included into the burger, but they gave you bacon as well.
Yeah, they put bacon on the burger. And when I went to the guy, I was like, dude, there's bacon on here. And I showed him my receipt. And he just said, oh, okay, cool. And he took the bacon off. He just took the bacon off and presented me the burger.
It's like logic dictates. If that was the issue, I would have done that myself.
Exactly. And then I went over to I was like, dude, I want to speak to
any vegetarian wouldn't take that.
Anyway, so I went over and I was like, dude, I need to speak to your manager, because this is like, I didn't want to go all Karen on them, but I felt that this is something that, it's a big issue. Like, for me, I could have gone to the newspaper. I don't want to say I could have gone to the Metro and they wouldn't have cared, but it's such a big thing. So I went up to the manager.
It's Metro, the ones that have the vouchers anyway.
But anyway, so I went there and I went to the manager and I said, hey man, the hell's this? Why would I be putting bacon on a veggie burger? I said it to him. And then the guy just looked at me and he was like, I'm so sorry, I'll refund you. He refunded me my whole order, and it was a big order because me and Mark paid together.
Oh, okay.
So he refunded my whole order and he said, if there's anything you want, if you want McFlurries.
Is that why you came back with an apple pie for me later?
Yeah, I came back with like 4 apple pies. He gave me all these apple pies and all these McFlurries. So I was like...
Do you know what? Respect to that manager.
Respect to that manager. I mean, that's how you deal with it. Yeah. I mean, he probably was afraid because that does seem like a big issue. But,
But do you know what? It was handled quite nicely.
It was handled well. I mean...
Very professional.
Neasden were a bit...
Neasden, they weren't the fact that you came out with a refunded meal, a new your burger came back fine again afterwards, and extra apple pies and ice creams, that won't be above and beyond.
Yeah, that was Cricklewood. Yeah,
but Neasden, they're slacking.
They're slacking.
They're slacking.
I mean, I was.
We're not asking for pies and stuff, but they're slacking.
I'll tell you, Collindale McDonald's is nice because there was one time I was ordering McDonald's and I wasn't doing drive-through because that was taking ages. But I ordered so much because I think I was ordering for everyone and whatever. And I went into the McDonald's and I came out and they actually helped me. The staff helped me pack everything to the car. That's
Collindale McDonald's has never let me down. I think they're the only McDonald's that has never had an issue with their ice cream machine as well. Neasden. But Neasden.
I think it's a meme.
I think Neasden they don't have an ice cream machine. They're just lying to us.
No, it doesn't exist. I think it's a meme because every McDonald's, whether you go into the US or the UK or whatever in the world, they'll always have an issue with the ice cream machine.
Do you know what I think what it is it's not that it's not working. It's just not been cleaned and the person just can't be asked to clean it, so they just say it's not working.
Maybe.
That might be. Maybe they're short-staffed.
I know in the summer...
We want answers.
I know in the summer that...
It's always working.
No.
It's not. It's
not working in the summer. No, the reason why it's not working in the summer tends to be because it gets overused, but also because...
But who doesn't like a 99p McFlurry?
That's besides the point. The reason why it breaks down a lot probably is because of the heat. So by the time they pour it out, it comes all liquidy, and that's not suitable. A lot of McDonald's locations don't even have air conditioning for their workers.
That's actually quite upsetting.
So it depends on the franchisee. It depends on the franchisee. Like we said with the pizza episode, there are some franchisees that are amazing and there's some that are not so good.
But do you know what really triggers me at McDonald's? And it only ever happens at Neasden McDonald's. Do you know those extra 20p dips?
Yeah.
The really fancy smunchy ones. And it's fair enough. They always manage to give you the ones that are part of the Chicken Selects meal. The ones you get for free. But if you order extra, they never ever give it to you. I swear, it's like they're profiting off my 20p.
Probably.
Literally. And it's always Neasden.
I've noticed that the one in Shepherd's Bush will give you extra of those 20p ones.
For free.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? The one in Shepherd's Bush had the best fish fillet I've ever eaten.
Really? You've been to that?
Yeah, I've been there. Remember I went with you once?
Oh, yeah.
The best fish fillet ever. It's like they know their people. They know their people.
They know their people.
Like, they're so, it was nice, fresh and hot, and it was packed at McDonald's. They know their people.
That McDonald's is always packed, to be honest with you. It never really had seating, and then they recently expanded to put seating in it.
I don't think I've been recently.
It's quite nice. I like that McDonald's.
Banging chips as well.
But back onto the point, before we go into the ad break, what is you mentioned your main meal, right?
Yeah, my main meal.
So I want to say what my main thing is at McDonald's, like my main meal. You didn't actually mention what burger you would eat. You just mentioned...
I like a Big Mac.
Yeah.
With extra sauce, extra pickles. But I'm more into their chicken wraps and chicken selects.
No.
But I have to admit, whenever I order a fish fillet, I have instructions for that dish.
Okay.
Well, so first, no, I need to explain this dish.
Cool.
You can't interrupt this. This is a magical moment for me. Do you know what I mean? So basically, You have to get 2 burgers, not just one. We don't play around. They're quite small. Imagine the bun is the size of a normal cheeseburger. Yeah. So you have to get 2 burgers.
You have to get
2 meals if you're feeling that hungry. But what you have to do, you have to get it with sweet. You have to order the extra sweet chili dip. Or sometimes some McDonald's might put it in there for you. It's fine. But basically, extra pickles. Oh no, you add pickles into the burger.
Yeah, add pickles.
You add them in there, and it's already got that nice tartar sauce and that nice cheese. And then you add your sweet chili dip inside the burger. Banging. It's elevated the sandwich.
So for
Swear
me,
to God.
what I do with my filet o fish or fish fillet or whatever you like to call it is I don't like the cheese on it.
You don't?
I remove the cheese.
I like
ask
the
them
cheese.
to remove the cheese because fish and cheese doesn't sit well.
It's not real cheese though.
I know, but still, cheese and fish don't work well for me.
But it's not real cheese.
The tartar sauce, sometimes I'll go for tartar, sometimes I won't.
Sometimes extra sauce.
Pickles, you have to put pickles. That is something
you
I
have
agree
to.
with.
The first time I ordered it in Greenwich, the woman looked at me and said, "Actually, that sounds like a great idea." She said that to me, and I was like, "It is a great idea.
It is a great idea.
Try it out."
What I do is the pickles, you have to put pickles, but sometimes I'll add mustard and ketchup. The McDonald's mustard.
What?
Mm-hmm. Basically like a hamburger or a cheeseburger, but
to be fair, I've only ever seen mustard being used in that cheeseburger. I've never seen it in any other item.
There are some items that they use it in. I mean, if you request, but
do you know what else I like to customize? And it does sound a bit weird. Do you know the mayo chicken, the 99p one?
Okay.
I like to obviously take it the way it is. You know, your mayo, your lettuce. It's a banging sandwich, but because I can't be asked to dip my sandwich in a ketchup dip, I always ask for lots of pickles because I just like that acidity when I'm eating fried food or when I'm eating something unhealthy. I need to have pickles with everything.
Yeah.
But I also like to tell them, add some ketchup in there for me.
Yeah, you got it. Mayo chicken,
sandwich,
add some ketchup.
Elevated.
I ask for ketchup, mayo, and mustard. That's the holy trinity.
Because you know what I hate? There are some McDonald's where they don't have the pumps. You need to add it in yourself.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just like the one in Bond Street, that doesn't have the pumps upstairs. And you don't want to have the packet and pour it in there while you're waiting for your Jubilee line train. No, you just want the sandwich ready for you to eat on the way down from the escalator.
The reason that one doesn't have is because they don't have space.
They have it downstairs. I think they have the sauces downstairs where they have the seating.
I don't think so.
Well, to be fair, I've never been downstairs.
There's certain McDonald's, like Greenwich, for example, have the pumps, but I don't like the pumps.
I quite like the pumps.
You know what I like the most? I really want that McDonald's. Have you noticed McDonald's has these guns?
What?
When you see them.
I've not seen a McDonald's balloon in ages. They still exist.
I'm not talking about balloons. Some have the balloons. But I'm talking about the guns. You know what I'm talking about? The sauce guns.
No.
You've never seen it?
No.
It's in the back. When they actually do for the Big Mac, they don't have a bottle that they squeeze the sauce in. They have this mechanism that's like, you know, those silicone for the silicone guns.
No way.
They have a special one designed for that.
Oh my God.
That basically they press the trigger and it puts the exact amount of sauce needed for a Big Mac. And they have the same for mustard and mayo. They have it for everything. So they just squeeze it, bam. Or there's other ones that I've seen that look like a salt and pepper grinder where they twist it. And then the exact amount of sauce comes out.
So there's like Big Mac sauce ammo.
Yeah, basically. And they put these massive cartridges. It's like loading an RPG. Like
literally.
That's what it is.
Rocket propelled.
That's it, man.
Big Mac sauce. So,
I mean, for me, when I go to McDonald's, yeah, I agree with you. Cheeseburger, but that's optional. For me, I'm not always a fan of cheeseburger.
You can always go for a mayo chicken.
My choice
chicken
now,
nuggets.
I tell you, my choice now when I go to McDonald's,
cheesy balls.
I don't even bother with burgers anymore.
You
there
don't.
are some days that I'm like, yeah,
you don't.
Tasty, whatever. I don't bother with burgers at McDonald's. I used to be the case that I was like, oh, I'm really into the McChicken sandwich.
I feel like just like McDonald's menu is seasonal. I feel like you always there are days when you're feeling a Big Mac and there are days when you're feeling nuggets. You're not always going to go in and order like your same standard favorites.
True. So for me, what I tend to get now, I mean, back in the day, I never used to really eat Big Macs and stuff, but
yeah, same. Only recently, I'm
like, you know what? I'm feeling a Big Mac.
It's just sometimes you feel that Big Mac sauce. Yeah.
And what I think now is that in McDonald's now, you can buy the Big Mac sauce as a dip.
I don't like it as a dip.
I've noticed that because it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's slightly like more
saltier.
Slightly saltier, but I think it's because it's being preserved. That's why.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
I get that, but at the same time, like if I was to get Big Mac sauce, what I asked them is, can you put it on the side? And they do that, and they won't charge you depending on which McDonald's.
I like it inside the sauce, like double the sauce up.
So what I do is that when I order at McDonald's, I either get like a Big Mac. That's like my main go-to. Extra sauce, extra pickles. You got to do that. Did you know that on the Big Mac, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's only cheese at the bottom layer. There's no cheese on the top layer.
No way.
That's what I've heard.
Are you sure?
I think so.
I think we need to order one.
I think we
to test this out.
I think we need to order a Big Mac, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's only cheese at the bottom layer. There's no cheese on the top layer.
I thought cheat out.
You can ask for them to
cheese
do that.
It out.
So I was like, why can't you? But at the same time, there's no pickles at the bottom layer either.
Well, pickles, they only ever put it on one layer of the sandwich.
That's it. But that's it. So Big Mac, my actual favorite sandwich at McDonald's is the Big Tasty.
Big Tasty.
Yeah, I mean the sauce is not that good.
I quite like the bacon in because you can get Big Tasty with bacon, or you can get cheeseburger with bacon.
I don't like the bacon at McDonald's. It doesn't feel real. But I think the Big Tasty, what I like about it is the fact that it's kind of like a hybrid between the Quarter Pounder and the Big Mac. The Big Tasty doesn't have the sauce of the Big Mac. It has this weird creamy sauce, and I'm not a fan of that.
Like burger sauce.
Yeah, but it's not a Big Mac sauce. Like if I was to tell them, hey, can you put Big Mac sauce on that? A Big Tasty would be the best sandwich at
I think. McDonald's. Have you noticed when you order a Quarter Pounder, why is the bread smaller than the meat?
I think it's designed that way.
It just doesn't make sense.
It's designed that way.
It's like.
But I think they use the same
weird.
bun. They probably use the same bun as the Big Mac.
But
that's
it's like
probably
you
why.
might as well, like me personally, you might as well, because Big Tasty, I think it used to be a seasonal thing.
Yeah, it used to be. Now
you
it's
might
everywhere.
as well get rid of the Quarter Pounder and just have the Big Tasty.
No, Quarter Pounder is a it's a legend.
When you go to McDonald's, what sauces do you go for? For like your chips and nuggets.
Sauces, okay.
Stuff.
The sauces that I go for, I used to be sweet and sour. I hate it now. I hate sweet and sour because it's too sweet.
But then this is what I've noticed: is sweet and sour. You can't eat it with like soggy chips.
No, it needs to be fresh chips.
Fresh chips out the fryer, slightly salted, because that with like the sweetness and the sourness and the salty chip and the crunch and the crisp and softness.
Even with nuggets, I can't handle sweet and sour anymore.
But then you can't, the way you're eating it, because I used to be like that as well, you have to do one dip sweet and sour and the next one ketchup, and then you have to alternate.
I don't do that because I don't double dip in nugs. I never double dip nugs.
It's like, not double dipping. So one nugget is sweet and sour, the next nugget's ketchup, and the next nugget's whatever, like.
You know, I'm going to say something, and this is an eternal sin, and Lord forgive me.
What?
But what I like to do, I've noticed that there's always a KFC nearby to McDonald's, always.
This is sounding simple already, but go on.
Whether you go to Brent Cross, whether you go to Cricklewood, whether you go to Shepherd's Bush, there's always a KFC.
We need to have options. Sometimes you go in, you order cheeseburger there, you order the mini fillet from KFC. It's not simple. It's fine.
No, it's sinful what I do.
It's not simple.
Let me tell you what I do. It's sinful.
What do you do?
I ask for ketchup as my only sauce for nuggets. So I get 20 pieces of nuggets, and then I go to...
Which is not made for sharing, just saying.
Which is not made for sharing.
It's just a meal.
McDonald's make like a 50 piece. They do it in Dubai. Why can't you do it here? Anyway.
For one human being, could you imagine?
For one human being. You die. Anyway, so I'll go into KFC and I'll order a small tub of gravy.
No, it doesn't work because I imagine it just doesn't work.
Have you tried it?
The reason why gravy works with KFC is because they've got the herbs and spices. McDonald's doesn't on the nugget.
The nugget is spiced.
Yeah, but it's not like, listen.
Anyway, my point
it's not got the 11 herbs and spices.
Don't knock it until you try it.
Well, then I need to try it because it sounds nasty.
Try it.
It sounds nasty.
I think McDonald's.
What else are you doing? Are you getting the mashed potatoes and we'll dip the nuggets in the gravy?
They don't have mashed potatoes in UK KFC. No, that's only US.
That sounds good. Getting a nugget, dip it in the mash, and then dip it in gravy.
Regardless,
I can work with that.
So that's what I do at McDonald's. But I mean, Big Tasty, that's like my burger. I was checking on the website what they have when we were talking about what were we talking about? We were talking about Quarter Pounder. In America, they have a double Quarter Pounder, which is basically a Big Mac style Quarter Pounder, but there is no bread in the middle. And then they have another one called Quarter Pounder with Cheese Deluxe, which has tomatoes.
Do you know what? I respect the US because they don't mess around with their stuff. They want more protein, less carbs.
But when we talk about Quarter Pounder Cheese Deluxe thing, that's basically a Whopper. It looks exactly like a Whopper.
But cheaper, wouldn't it be?
I would imagine, yeah, because it's
McDonald's. But then isn't Burger King also cheap in US? It's very expensive here.
I'm looking at like stuff like the McDouble and the double cheeseburger, and they look exactly the same.
Don't they have combos over there so you can order like 2 double McDoubles and chips?
You can do stuff like that.
We need that here.
I've noticed in the US that depending on which franchise you go to,
there's offers
on certain days. They'll be like, Big Mac is £1 or something like that.
We don't have that here. We only have the vouchers, which is like $1.99 for chips and either fish fillet or chips and mayo chicken or chips and Big Mac. But we don't have any like offers or any combo meals.
That's the problem with McDonald's in the UK. They don't have like franchise deals.
What makes our menu slightly better from the one in the US, we always have seasonal stuff. So there'll always be like the around the world flavors.
Yeah,
but I like that.
We'll get that in after the break, but let's go for a break now.
Are you a fan of anime and Japanese pop culture? I know I am. So why don't you get your asses down to Sugoimart? All right, that's sugoimart.com. Alternatively, you can use our link, getlifepodcast.com/Sugoi. That'll take you to our special link on Sugoimart. That is getlifepodcast.com/SUGOI. And use our code GALP, that is GALP, for 15% off on everything on Sugoimart. And you can use the code multiple times if you really love Sugoimart and you're like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go and purchase the best things that Japan has to offer. Food and drink, beauty items, collectibles, toys and games. You can actually buy Gunpla from Sugoimart, as well as a lot of things for your home. Kitchen appliances, bathroom, bedroom stuff. They've got these really lovely Spy Family campus notebooks. I'm a big fan of stationery, as you guys know, and they've got that there as well. There's some really cool stuff on here. You can also purchase experience sets, which is basically like kits to make matcha, to make onigiri, and they'll provide everything basically. Whatever you want, Sugoimart has got it. They've got a lot of really cool stuff from Japan, and as you guys know, every sort of month or so they give us care package that we show off to you guys, which I think is pretty cool. So they've got really nice stuff included. They also sell Pokemon cards and a lot of genuinely hyped stuff. What we want to do is that we want to find out the weirdest things on the Sugoimart website and get Sugoimart to send them to us. So Sugoimart, if you're listening, let's prepare that. Let's just get the weirdest stuff and send it my way. And we'll talk about it on a episode of Umai. They've got some really, really nice stuff. If you want to get items from Japan quite easily, some really nice quirky items, then you can go to sugoimart.com, use the code GALP for 15% off on your purchase. They've got some really nice stuff, whether you're an anime fan, whether you're a fan of Japanese culture, or even if you're a fan of Disney. They've got a lot of Disney items on there. So experience Japan from the comfort of your own home with Sugoimart. Use the code GALP for 15% off. Thank you, Sugoimart, for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. And back on to the episode.
Okay, we are back. I think the first thing we should try, we mentioned in the last episode that there is ruby chocolate Kit Kats.
So did this come from Japan and only recently arrived to the UK? Because I saw these in Tesco's, but they're the actual four-finger ones.
If I'm not mistaken, the UK had these many, many years ago. So the UK started having these from maybe 3 years ago?
No, these are, like Kit Kat sensors, but what I mean is in the UK...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the ruby chocolate fingers.
No, these aren't even Kit Kat sensors. These are the Kit Kat bites that we have in the
they look
sharing package.
They're basically Kit Kat bites.
Ooh. It looks a lot more... It's really pink on the package.
I think they put raisins, or not raisins, but
then it's really sort of like purpley.
So smell it. It doesn't smell like fruity or anything.
It's not as pink as I feel like you need to do a comparison picture.
No, it's not as pink as the picture, but I think they also put like cranberries and almonds in these. So that's probably what makes it a bit darker.
Okay, well let's give it a go. I like the size of it.
It's nice. The cranberry puts it off a little bit.
No, I really like it.
I think without the cranberry, this would be perfect.
No, but even with the cranberry, it brings a nice sort of texture into it. No. Because the ruby chocolate itself, although it tastes like milk chocolate when you initially bite into it, is a little bit bitter. I really like... Is there nuts in here?
There are almonds.
I really like the almonds and like the crispiness, or like the crunchiness it gives. I quite like this. I give this like a 10 out of 10 in my opinion.
Not really. I think this would, because it has the cranberries, it doesn't work.
There's literally only like 5 in a packet.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Japanese Kit Kats, they're smaller.
Well, these are really nice. I really like these. These are so nice.
Anyway, speaking of Kit Kats, McDonald's. We'll get back to McDonald's here. Within McDonald's, what I've noticed that the UK tends to have is the seasonal menu. But when we talk about it, we get like tastes from America and stuff, and we get around the world tastes and stuff. I think that's very bad in a way, because...
Why?
It's nothing new. It's nothing inherently new. It's using the stuff that they already have in franchise to make new stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, that's a smart business model.
It's
that's
a smart business model, but at the same time, it's like, it's kind of bastardizing the US in a sense.
What do you mean?
So I don't want to say it's offensive, because it's not offensive by any means, but okay, this is McDonald's take on Mexican food. This is McDonald's take on Texan food. This is McDonald's takes on Jamaican food. Like, what? None of it is like, I think they had a jerk chicken burger at one point at McDonald's. I'm like, this isn't Jamaican
No, it's
food.
never ever going to taste like where it originally, or where it's supposed to have come from. But then it's nice because it sort of gives you options on the menu. It's that you always find, depending on the season, something different to try.
Yeah, but it's always the same.
Speaking of these Kit Kats, you want the last one? This is so good. We ate the whole packet.
There was like 4 in a pack.
Yeah, but still.
But yeah, no, there's some weird variants that I'm not really a fan of in the UK. I just like to stick with our basic bitch version. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of stuff on the menu, in the American menu, and compared to the UK menu, that a lot of it is similar, but the US has a lot more variety compared to UK, and I think that's probably because the UK market is very...
We don't like a lot of change.
I've noticed that.
We like our basic bitch options.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned before, it's nothing shameful, but even in other sort of franchises within the UK, you always notice it's more or less the same ingredients. KFC's the same, Pizza Hut's the same, who else? Burger King, literally the same. We don't like to stray away from safe options that we already know.
And that's completely true.
And it's nothing bad, it's nothing wrong with it, but that's like how we are in the UK.
I think so. And I think there's certain things that for example, we have like chicken selects.
Oh, chicken selects, banging.
Which is basically chicken tenders, McDonald's style.
But a bit more flavorful, and the batter's crunchier.
Yeah.
It's like fried, yeah.
It's basically like going into
it's like a mini chicken strip fillets from KFC.
From KFC or whatever, but I think it's better than KFC.
I think so as well, because what it is usually the KFC batter is all crumbly. It's all crumbly and like mushy sometimes, but like this one, it really holds its own. The batter outside is very crunchy and very thick.
But I think there's certain things from the US that I think we need to have returned, because we originally, when McDonald's started here, we had a lot of things that were basically from the US. I think before they started doing this whole
and British they weren't seasonal items; they were always there. They're like wedges.
Wedges. Oh my god!
With the sour cream dip banging.
See, that's the thing. The wedges only stopped. I think they stopped doing it in like 2012 or something.
But why? They were better than the chips.
They were better than the chips. No, always better than the chips. I don't think the US even does wedges.
And like the amount of wedgies you get inside the actual package, it's a lot.
That's a meal in itself.
Like literally, it will fill you up.
I think McDonald's wedges are much better than the chips.
They are the best. McDonald's wedgies is literally the best wedgies I've ever eaten. I've never had any wedgies like McDonald's wedgies.
I think what's kind of funny, when we mentioned the chicken selects, they're similar. In the US, you have crispy chicken tenders, but they're dipped in like buttermilk. I don't think the selects are with buttermilk, but it's kind of got that sort of vibe to it. There's some very interesting things. Like, to be honest with you, I really miss the wedges.
They have crisscross fries, but like only seasonal ones.
They used to do that here, but they stopped.
They stopped it as well, didn't they?
What they used to do was that crisscross fries only were there for like 2 or 3 years.
Oh my god, do you remember what was my favourite sandwich when I was a teenager? We're talking like at the age of 11 and 12.
Chicken Premier.
McChicken Premier. It was the best.
What was interesting about the Premier?
Ever. So basically, the Premier had like, kind of like a buttermilk kind of chicken breast, kind of whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
Like actual meat inside, and it had lettuce. And that's pretty much it. But then it had like a cool mayonnaise. But then it had like salsa on top. And like the type of salsa it was like the rich tomato dip that you get with your cheese dippers. But then the bun itself was like some sort of like a really sort of... There was nothing unlike this bun. So I think the bun had like some sort of oregano or something inside of it. So it had like little green bits, and it was really nice.
I think it also had like cheese as well on the bun.
No, it didn't. It was the understated... But it was like the best sandwich ever.
There
is
a change.org petition for it.
Is there?
Yeah, to bring back the chicken Premier.
I'm gonna sign it. Like, how recent is that petition?
I don't know, man.
I thought I was literally the only one that remembered that sandwich, but it was the best sandwich from McDonald's, and it seemed like remember how I told you now if I'm feeling something, I'll go for that. That was literally the only thing that I used to order in McDonald's every single time as I was a kid.
So,
but then I think what it was is they stopped it.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble here.
What?
But it's been almost more than... No, I don't want to say 10 years. It's been more than 10 years. They discontinued the Chicken Premier in 2007 to replace it with the Chicken Legend. And
it's
the reason why,
not the same.
And I'll explain why they replaced it. Because the Premier...
Yeah, I want answers. Go on.
The Premier wasn't using a chicken breast. It was using a chicken patty. So it was minced chicken that was fried, kind of like a chicken mayo, basically. It was basically the same sort of patty that you'd find in a McChicken sandwich or chicken mayo, and then they replaced it with the chicken breast that you find in the
that
chicken
I can roll with.
McDonald's did say on their website, because this is a big issue in the UK, are there plans to bring back the McChicken Premier?
So is this on the official UK website?
It's on the official UK website.
Don't burst my bubble. Go on.
McDonald's replaced the Chicken Premier patty with the whole breast Chicken Legend in 2007.
It's not the same.
We currently have no plans to
But it's not the same.
We have no plans to
But do you want to know why it's not the same? The Chicken Legend, it's a chapati bun, and sometimes...
It's not a chapati
bun. What is
batter.
it? Whatever it's called. I don't care. That's not the point.
Chapati.
That's not the point here. That's not the point. And I feel like that bun in itself is just too much bread to chicken ratio. And I swear to God, that bun... Spongy. No, it's not that. It's too crunchy on the outside. That bun will rip up, like, it will cut the roof of your mouth. I swear to God. But it's not just that. It's like even the sauces they use in there, they either have cool mayo, which is shit. In my opinion, it needs to be mayo and salsa. I like the mix.
They do have mayo and salsa.
They have the salsa by itself, which is too spicy. It's not the same salsa. And then they have a barbecue one. It's not the same. If they brought it back, look, all they needed to do with the Chicken Legend was bring back the original bun with like the herbs and spices on top, or whatever the hell they use, some like oregano looking bun, like really nice, soft, spongy one. And they need to bring back the cool mayo inside of that sandwich with the mild salsa. Because I'm not rolling with the Chicken Legend. I'm sorry. It's not the same.
Apparently, there was root beer in McDonald's back in the day.
In the UK?
But they stopped doing it because it wasn't popular with the customers in the UK. But
yeah, because it's not a UK thing. I think Shake Shack made it a bit more famous now.
I think Shake Shack do.
Because I'm not going to lie, when I go into Shake Shack, I do like a nice root beer float. Even though it tastes like Listerine.
And another thing that I really miss is mustard. It's also
honey
another thing.
Mustard.
Not honey mustard, regular McDonald's mustard.
No, but I like the honey mustard as well. I like both the mustards.
McDonald's doesn't do a honey mustard.
They do
no,
in Dubai.
They don't. That's not honey mustard.
Oh, is that the plain mustard?
That's just regular mustard.
But why is it sweet?
That's how McDonald's mustard is. It's sweet and tangy. There is no honey mustard.
Banging. Bring back Szechuan sauce.
So it says, do you provide mustard with your meals? It says, no, we don't, and we have no plans to reintroduce the mild mustard dip at this moment in time. Why is McDonald's not doing this?
Why is McDonald's being like this?
The funny thing is, why? I don't get it. Like, there's certain things that McDonald's need to bring back, and it's
Szechuan sauce.
I didn't like the Szechuan sauce.
I liked it. It was in between ketchup and sweet and sour, in a way. That's what I personally remember it to be like.
Yeah, I'm not into that, man.
I like it. Oh, curry dip, yes or no?
No.
You have to be in the mood for it. You have to, with your nuggets, you have to be in the mood for curry dip.
True, but I'm not into that, man.
I think we're the only country that has curry dip.
Probably other countries do it. No. I would imagine, because the curry dip isn't like, it's not like an Indian curry.
It's like a Japanese sort of curry.
No, it's not a Japanese curry either. It's like currywurst. It's like German curry. I'm guessing that might have come from the European
I've
branches.
not seen curry dip in ages. Do we still have it in the UK?
They still do, yeah. No,
but we have that, but we don't have mustard.
I think the reason why curry dip is so popular is because when you go to chip shops...
Oh, chips and curry dip.
Oh, like that's what people do.
Amazing.
It does mention that, so I get that, I understand that, but I also understand why it's also popular in like Austria and like Germany, because they have currywurst.
Am I wrong with this? Back in the day, did they have like a rich tomato dip that they used to give out? But now they only have it with the cheese dippers. I love that dip.
They do that, yeah. Only with
that
the
was,
cheese
I'm pretty sure that was the dip inside of the McChicken Premier. It's not the same salsa they have in Chicken Legend. I'm sorry, it's Chicken Legend shit. It's not the same. You need to bring it back.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that, but there's certain things that they're not going to do. Like,
I mean, and mayo chicken, if that has a minced patty, then what's wrong with the previous minced patty in the McChicken Premier?
I don't know. I think they want to go for something more classy. Like, I get it.
But the Chicken Premier could have been something if you just changed the patty. That's all it needed.
Yeah, but
it's not the same. How many signatures are on that
I'm
petition.
not checking the petition. That's something you can do in your own time. I think what's very important for me when bringing back certain things, I think genuinely, if you were to bring back one item,
McChicken Premier,
and I would say for me, the one item I'd bring back has to be the mustard.
The mustard.
Because the mustard everywhere in the world. Oh, and wedges.
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 They don't even do it seasonal anymore, do they?
They stopped doing it seasonal because I think they brought back the Big Tasty. They made it all year round.
I remember back in the day, but I don't know if they have this. There used to be like a nice chocolate ring donut.
They still do that.
Oh, that's banging.
They still do it.
That's banging.
That's another thing that I want to talk about, Mac Cafe. That's something that we're kind of seeing a resurgence here. We've seen it in Dubai. We'll talk about that later on. But it's something here that is kind of lacking. In the US, it's a big deal.
All it is just a little sort of warmer next to the till.
Yeah, it's nothing.
With muffins and cookies,
which
and
they were already selling to begin with.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything special. When you go to other countries, it's a big deal.
But to be fair, in this country, who the hell is going to go into McDonald's and be like, oh yes, I'd like a red velvet cake, slice of cake? No, we're going to McDonald's because we want those nuggets.
True. You're going to even at breakfast, I think a lot of people don't get their breakfast item menus from McDonald's. A lot of people go for the coffees. I do think that a lot of people swear by McDonald's coffee.
Yeah. No, it is the best coffee. It is, and it's the cheapest. Well, like, personal opinion. Although I love Starbucks because I like to go in and do this adjustment, that adjustment. Yes, I'm one of those people at Starbucks. But it has the best flat white and the cheapest one.
Yeah.
And like the best normal black filter coffee. And even the Christmas lattes are really good. They taste exactly like Starbucks, but they're like half the price.
You know what I think?
But my only issue is it's just super hot.
That is something, yeah. They have been sued in the past because of it.
It's too hot.
I think what they need to do is, because McDonald's has a deal with obviously Coca-Cola. A lot of their drinks are Coca-Cola supplied. But now Coca-Cola in the UK owns Costa. So I don't understand.
Really?
Yeah, they own Costa. So I don't understand why McDonald's doesn't necessarily have a presence for Mac Cafe, but they can start selling Costa products in McDonald's stores. I think that would make sense.
No, I don't think so, because it's just even the price point. Like, for you to go into lunch for Costa and grab a coffee and a panini, you're looking at almost £6.
No, I'm not talking about paninis.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about like croissants and stuff like that, because they already sell that stuff there.
But then, be honest. The only times you're gonna go into McDonald's breakfast is A, if you're not working in the morning and it's your day off. B, and you're just feeling it. Or B, you're hungover.
No, there's a lot of people in the UK, like in the adverts, you see a lot of people that work early in the morning, nurses, doctors, people like builders as well, at like 6 a.m. going through the drive-through. Oh, I'll get my sausage and egg, the Barry and Gary.
Like nowadays, we're a bit more health conscious of what we eat for breakfast, which is hence why most people are going to Pret and getting their little muesli and their Greek yogurt, granola, and all that stuff.
I'll take McDonald's any day.
I mean, personally, if I'm being honest with you, I'm not a fan of McDonald's breakfast, only because I don't like the way the sausage tastes. It just tastes too much like oil.
That's up to you. I mean,
I do roll the bacon and egg.
Yeah, I can't.
Bagel.
I can't.
I
handle
roll with that bacon, egg, and cheese bagel.
For my breakfast at McDonald's, what I like to get pancakes.
Oh yeah, pancakes. Bang.
Plain. You could just get them plain with maple syrup. That's the way to go.
There's something so fluffy about them.
They know what they're doing, and the funny thing is they don't make those pancakes from scratch. I really want to know what's that pancake recipe, because they're the best pancakes. We're gonna dedicate an episode to pancakes anyway, but McDonald's pancakes are like the best ones I've ever tried.
The best hash brown, hands down. McDonald's.
But they're expensive
because they know they've got crack in them. I'm pretty sure that's why they're so good.
One hash brown is like £1.29 or something.
Because they know they can hike up the price because it's that good. I don't like hash browns, but that is the best hash brown I've ever eaten in my whole entire life. And that and the one in Dubai. That breakfast banging.
I can't even remember. Anyway, we'll get on to
Anyway, not the point.
We'll get back into Dubai and stuff later on. But yeah, man, there's something about it, man. McDonald's breakfast, like on a Saturday afternoon.
Do you notice they use different bacon in breakfast than they do in their sandwiches? Yeah, of course. And that bacon, oh my god.
So the bacon that they use is like traditional British bacon. Like that's. I'm not saying traditional British bacon as if it's all of their meats.
Is it back bacon?
I can't remember what it is, but it's
like a hammy looking bacon.
Yeah, basically, it's like in the US they use streaky bacon, but in here they use
a bit more meatier.
It's traditional English bacon. Like, by English bacon, I don't mean like, it's sourced from the UK. All of their meats are sourced from the UK.
It's like a different cut.
It's just a different cut of bacon. I presume it is back bacon. But it's not like the belly bacon that you get in the burgers, because they use streaky American bacon. But no, you can't go for that in a fry out.
So, in the morning, You want a Mackie D, so what are you ordering? What's your go-to thing in the morning from McDonald's?
Pancakes with the sausage.
And then what's your drink? Because we're going to get some controversy here.
Oasis.
In the morning. No, that's not the answer I was looking for.
What? Coca-Cola?
Yeah, it's not shameful to order a Coca-Cola with McDonald's breakfast.
No, it's not, because it's fast food. I get that.
Exactly.
But that's another thing I want to talk about. In the UK, obviously, we have different variants of drinks. We don't have McFizz, which is something we'll get on to. McFizz is, I think if McDonald's introduced McFizz in the UK, they would not need Coke. They would not need any other drink.
Oasis or technically the Fruities
is
McFizz,
but they stopped doing it.
A rubbish one.
They stopped doing Fruities.
Yeah, because it didn't taste that good.
It didn't taste that good.
Fruities.
It was Fruities. It tastes like ass.
Yeah, if you know what this means.
It basically, depending on where you go, like, so for example, in McDonald's in Scotland, because Scotland is part of the UK, if you go to McDonald's
do you get Iron Brew there?
You do get Iron Brew.
Oh,
so
I'll go to Scotland.
I think they replaced Oasis with
Iron Brew. I like the Oasis.
Oasis is alright, but I'm like, why would you have Oasis?
I like how we have a soft drink available as a value sort of soft drink. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
It's like you can get it for 99p inside the cup, sort of soft drink.
Yeah, but our cups are not that big.
Oh no, but I like how they offer a soft drink and not just, it's not all fizzy. You see what I mean? I like that option.
Fair enough. I mean, it's juice at that point. But,
fair enough.
yeah, no, it's interesting. I think it's an interesting thing. I think this is a good time to end on a break.
Now it's a better time than ever to be an anime fan with Crunchyroll, that has the world's largest anime collection. You can watch new episodes 1 hour after they air in Japan, enjoy access to unlimited ad-free anime, read hundreds of chapters across dozens of manga titles, and save with exclusive Crunchyroll store discounts. So if you guys go to crunchyroll.com/kunai, that's crunchyroll.com/kunai for your 14-day free trial of Crunchyroll Premium service. Remember, you guys, we love Crunchyroll. We use them on Kunai. I personally love them. I personally use them all the time. We've been going to Crunchyroll events for a long time sponsor of the podcast. And you know what? They are the best place to watch anime legally online with over 30,000 episodes. And at the moment, if you're listening to this, they've got the largest fall lineup in history for fall 2022 with over 40 simulcasting titles. That is insane. So join Crunchyroll with our link, crunchyroll.com/kunai for 14-day free trial. In addition to that, you've got different perks with your premium service. You can either go with your mega fan, you can go with fan service, or your mega fan for 12 months. Personally, the biggest savings that you're going to make is if you do your mega fan option. If you live in the UK, that's only £60 a year. That's VAT inclusive. That's cheaper than any streaming service at the moment, especially if you're into anime. You got all your anime pretty much in one place. That's no ads, unlimited access to the Crunchyroll library, new episodes 1 hour after they air in Japan for your simulcasts, access to your digital manga, streaming on 4 devices at the same time, as well as offline viewing. You would not believe how many times offline viewing has saved me. Beyond the tube, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no 5G. I'm like, I want to watch anime. Boom. I'm watching Overlord. I'm watching Dr. Stone. I'm watching Naruto. I'm watching DBZ. You've got it all on Crunchyroll. So that's crunchyroll.com/kunai. That's crunchyroll.com/KUNAI. Back onto the episode.
We have returned for another segment where we're going to talk about, but before that, we've got another treat from our lovely lads at Japan Crate. We've got the Blanchul mini chocolate Sakura biscuits.
Ooh.
Which were in our Sakura Crate for our Japan Crate. So let's open it up.
Oh, don't drop the biscuits.
They're quite small, actually.
Oh, they look very delicate. I think this with some green tea would be really nice.
To be honest with you,
there's not much chocolate on. Oh, or is it the pink chocolate? Is what?
It's like a sandwich.
I think they're like little madeleines on top.
Madeleines. So they look very beautiful. They're made by a company called Bourbon.
They smell really nice.
These are banging.
These are really good. You can actually taste the Sakura.
Like, for me, Sakura tends to be very salty. And you kind of get that. Like, if you've ever drank Sakura tea.
No, you get this in the biscuit, the chocolatiness and the sweetness from the actual biscuit and the chocolate.
But it's very floral.
Yeah.
Like, when I drink Sakura tea, I hate it. because
like
it's so
the crunch.
salty. But
I really like the crunch.
no, it's nice and it kind of melts in your mouth a little bit. I don't know what kind of biscuit this is though. It's like a butter based, like a butter biscuit.
Like a shortbread.
No, it's not shortbread. It's a butter biscuit.
I like the floral flavors as well too. It's really nice. It needs some green tea.
It does.
But it's good.
But excellent. They're great. So, wherever you go in the world, we mentioned it before, McDonald's tends to be the same. But before we get into Dubai, because I know everyone wants to talk about Dubai.
I can't stop eating these biscuits.
Let's talk about McDonald's in Europe.
I see. The only McDonald's I've tried in Europe is the UK and France.
So, I'll tell you something. McDonald's in France is nice. It's pretty basic. I mean, a lot of the stuff is the same. They do have an expanded Mac Cafe though. And it's the same because I've been to McDonald's in France, I've been to McDonald's in Switzerland. So I can tell you, McDonald's in Switzerland, woo boy, I thought that was the best McDonald's I've ever been to.
Don't they do wedgies as well?
They do wedgies all the time. They do Big Tasty all the time. And I think I went in like 2012 with proper Swiss cheese and everything.
And the beef you said was
the burgers, I think in Europe, and by Europe I don't mean UK, I mean like Europe, Central Europe. France, Germany, Austria, Switzerland. These countries, McDonald's is expensive.
I swear the portion as well, the burger's bigger.
Burger is bigger. It's a lot nicer. You can actually taste the ingredients, which I find very odd. Like, I have a feeling that if I ever go to America, I'm not going to like McDonald's there. I'll be like, ugh, this is McDonald's. Like, what the hell? I feel
like they'd make a mean cheeseburger, though.
I think
and chicken nuggets.
I think so, but I think...
But their premium options won't be nearly as
I think they'll be slacking. They have some really odd options as well. There's a lot of seafood options.
In America?
No, in Europe.
Ooh.
Like when I was in Switzerland.
In Asia they have that as well.
I can imagine Asia, yeah, because they're very centric on that. But they have these things that are basically like spicy shrimp, like shrimbo.
Yeah.
Which is shrimbo is an item from
like
KFC in the
shrimp.
Middle East. But it's fried.
Popcorn shrimp.
Popcorn shrimp, yeah, we'll use that. And they're like massive pieces of prawns. They're not like small prawns.
They're not shrimp, they're actual prawns, yeah.
Yeah, they're massive prawns. And they're amazing. And they come with this like Mary Rose sauce.
No way, are they fried?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you showed me a picture
they're
of this.
Amazing.
But it's like a side item, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like a side. Kind of like nuggets, as opposed to nuggets. But that's something that I think we need in the UK.
But our issue in the UK is not that we're not really a country that loves their fish. The only fish we'll eat is fish and chips and scampi. Oh, actually scampi.
Yeah, scampi at McDonald's or cod bites. If McDonald's did cod bites.
I'm not too sure cod bites would work, especially with all this controversy about farming, over farming cod and whatnot.
Although McDonald's don't use cod in their fish.
Yeah, but they never advertised it was cod anyway to begin with.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. Most fish fingers to begin with aren't cod.
Yeah.
But it tastes exactly like cod. It's a particular fish. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, no, that's beautiful in there.
Do you know what I really want to try?
What?
I think they call it the ebi fillet.
Oh yeah, no, that's in Japan.
In Japan and
talk
Korea.
About that in a sec,
because when you actually open the patty, it's actual massive shrimp, like prawn bits.
Yeah. We'll mention that in a second. But for me, what I like about have the last biscuit.
You want me to? Oh, I'll eat the last biscuit.
Have the last biscuit.
So good, banging biscuit.
What I actually like over there is their drinks are slightly different. They will have... Every McDonald's will always have Coca-Cola. You'll never see a Pepsi there.
Standard.
But depending on which country you're in, for example, Germany will always have Fanta as well.
Oh,
Austria will always have Fanta because it's a German company.
Oh, I love Fanta here as well.
But if you go to France, they have Orangina. Because it's French. Makes sense because you get a little bit of bits within the Orangina.
I think at one point they did Orangina here, didn't they? Very limited though.
Not in McDonald's.
Really?
No, in McDonald's, no.
Can't remember where
there was another place that did it. I think it was KFC or Burger King or something.
Yeah.
But they had a great thing within that. What I also liked as well was their McFlurries.
In Switzerland?
In Switzerland and in France as well, but in Switzerland more so. They don't have Smarties in Switzerland. So what do they have? I mean, Canada has Smarties, so they probably have...
Don't they have Toblerone McFlurry?
They have Toblerone McFlurry in Switzerland. They also have M&M McFlurry in Switzerland.
Really?
M&M McFlurry, if you ever eat a McFlurry, M&M McFlurry is the way to go.
I love M&M's and I love Toblerone. I feel like that'd be the only time I'd get like a flavoured McFlurry.
100%. Like, Toblerone McFlurry is good. I've tried that. Bang in. What was the other one? M&M McFlurry. You get... Because they mix it with the peanut M&M's.
Oh, it's not plain M&M's.
So they have
crispy M&M's.
I think it's a mixture of the three, or you can ask them separate. I think I got a mix because obviously they can't put peanut M&M. If you're allergic to peanuts, you can't eat peanut M&Ms. So I think I got it mixed, but they had peanut M&Ms and regular M&Ms.
That sounds.
So I had it mixed, and it was amazing.
That sounds amazing.
They're on another level. I'm trying to find on the US what they've got for their McFlurries because.
I mean, I would be surprised if they didn't have the M&M McFlurry. I know they definitely have Oreo. But the difference is with their McFlurry and our McFlurry is they get theirs served in an actual, like, drink cup, I think.
Yeah, no.
We have a specific, smaller McFlurry cup.
They don't have that many McFlurries. So they have M&M McFlurry in the US. So that's a US thing. But they only have 2 McFlurries. They have Oreo McFlurry and M&M McFlurry. But their McFlurry is different to ours. I think their McFlurry is a lot more watery, looking at the pictures.
It's in between the milkshake and a McFlurry.
Yeah, it's a lot more watery. Like that, I'm looking at the hot fudge sundae. That is what our McFlurries kind of look like.
Usually our McFlurry is peaked at the top.
Yeah, this looks like I don't know what this is. American McFlurry. What is that?
It looks quite flat at the top, like it's melting.
Yeah, it looks like it's melting.
It still looks really good.
It looks good, don't get me wrong, but there's 2 sizes. There's snack size and there's regular size.
How big is the snack size?
We'll see it now.
Whoa!
It's
massive. Still like twice the size of our one.
Basically.
How big is the regular size?
We saw it before.
Jesus, the regular size is the
like
size of our large cup.
I don't want to over exaggerate it, but there's some really interesting stuff in Europe, but it doesn't hold a candle to Dubai.
Dubai
McDonald's
was the best McDonald's ever.
McDonald's.
It was probably not even just the best McDonald's. We've been to the Burj in Dubai. We've been to all these fancy places to eat steak and like lobster and all this stuff. But I have to admit, one of the best food experience in Dubai was McDonald's.
Next to our hotel. So we stayed on the JBR. McDonald's JBR is amazing.
It's unreal.
They do delivery. I didn't know that McDonald's do delivery.
And I think they were one of the first countries as well to do table service.
Yeah, table service, delivery. What I like there as well is that they had a delivery service because when I was there, I asked them. They asked me which hotel you're staying at. I was like, "What the? Why are you asking me that?" And I told them the hotel because we stayed at the Amwaj Rotana Hotel in Dubai, which is literally. Across the road is the McDonald's.
It's walking distance.
And the members of staff were going to deliver it. They were going to give it to the concierge to then deliver to my room. But obviously I didn't feel right doing that.
Because you're a 5-star hotel and you're eating McDonald's.
Not because of that.
Well, that's how I felt.
I didn't feel like that because if you got money, you've got money. I think the way that I felt is I don't want them to go all out of their own way to do that when I could just do it myself. You know, I felt really bad.
Yeah, but to be fair, I would feel really bad. I totally agree with you because literally the distance from McDonald's to our hotel is...
It's a minute away.
It's like a room away.
Yeah, literally. You can walk a second and you're there. What I liked about it was the varied menu. I didn't try all the wacky stuff they have. They have like the Mac Arabia and all of that. I didn't try that.
Oh, the chicken Big Mac.
But they've got stuff that are great. And they fry in sunflower oil.
So it tastes a lot more cleaner when you eat it as well.
It is, yes. You don't get that weird nutty oil flavor. But I think that's also because sunflower oil is like really well used in the Arab world in general. But like, for example, that means they have 30% less
saturated fat
or something like that because of that. So it
but
kind of feels
when you fry it in the sunflower oil, the chips are a lot more lighter, like the color of the chips.
The color of chips are very
the weight
light.
Of the chips, fluffy on the inside, really crispy on the outside.
Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff.
The chips actually look like potatoes when you fry them in sunflower oil.
I'm just checking out the menu items
on Dubai.
In Dubai because I can't remember everything. But you mentioned the chicken Big Mac. Can you care to talk about that?
Oh my god, the chicken Big Mac. So basically all it was is a mega chicken but double. Like that's all it was, but it was perfect. All it had was mayonnaise, lettuce, didn't have any pickles, and it just like had like little bread in the middle.
Yeah, it's basically
I think
a Big
it had
Mac.
cheese, but I honestly can't remember.
It had one cheese at the bottom.
One cheese, exactly the same. I don't know if it had pickles. Honestly can't remember that, but 2 thick pieces of chicken. It was really nice. I quite liked it. It just needed something apart from mayonnaise or the sauce. If it had a bit of mustard.
Yeah, but I requested to put mustard in mine.
But the best thing about that McDonald's is they have the mustard packets.
They have the mustard, the mustard dip. The lovely thing is also even the nuggets, you kind of get it here that the nuggets kind of taste a bit stale, depending on which McDonald's you go to. It's always fresh there. They will never give you anything
over there. When
stale.
I bit into that chicken burger, it actually tasted like chicken.
Yeah,
you can actually taste the flavor of the meat. Fair enough, it's not always going to be the best meat because it's McDonald's. It's not 5-star.
I think in the Middle East they don't mess around with quality.
But it tasted like chicken.
I also have to mention that within McDonald's, it's incredibly cheap over there.
Really cheap.
Which is surprising because food in general in the UAE is very cheap as a general point, because the population have big families. It makes sense. McDonald's over there is ridiculously cheap. You can get like a McFlurry or like a ice cream cone. We got those very Biscoff
ice cream cones, and it's not just you have a Biscoff cookie on the top. It's not that. It's the actual cone itself
is made out of the Biscoff,
and the actual cone of the Oreo one is made out of Oreo.
It's
the
insane.
best thing ever.
And that only cost about $1.
Literally,
it was so cheap, and you get a lot of ice cream because they fill the whole.
It's like an actual ice cream cone. Like if you went to a gelato place, you ordered two scoops.
And the funny thing is, it's basically the soft serve ice cream. You can get that regular soft serve for like 50p. The cone was
the best bit ever.
I think another thing that I also want to say about it is that they have a lot better. Like if we're going there now, look, I'm gonna show you their menu.
They have better dessert options.
Better food in general. Like they've got chicken wraps, grilled chicken wraps. They've got chicken burgers like McChicken sandwiches.
There's a lot of variety there, a lot of options.
But at the same time, because it is a Middle Eastern country, during the month of Ramadan, or Ramadan, depending on how you say it, they've got special deals specific to that country. So we were flying out on the first night of Ramadan, but they start a little bit earlier at McDonald's.
Just so people can realize we have offers going on.
Yeah, so we went there and we were like, it wasn't Ramadan at this point, but we went there and we were like,
we saw the offer, yeah.
And we were like 28 AED. So for 28 AED, that's about £6 British, which is a regular meal at McDonald's.
Literally.
Pretty much. So what you get is you get
a large meal, I think, but yeah.
A large meal, but you get large chips.
I think it's 2.
I think they might have changed it now, but when we went there, it was 2 large chips. It was, I think you got chicken nuggets. You got like a cheeseburger. I think maybe 1 or 2, but we had 2 drinks as well when we ordered as well.
I think it was 1 cheeseburger, 1 chicken mayo.
1 cheeseburger, 1 chicken mayo, and then you had either
a chicken option for your burger and a meat option.
So you had like a Big Mac or like a McChicken or a chicken Big Mac or whatever.
Or Macarabia or whatever.
No, I don't think Macarabia was included, but you had like chicken Big Mac, a regular Big Mac, a spicy chicken burger, which I tried. That burger was banging. It's basically a McChicken sandwich, but spicy.
But with these countries, you have to be careful if you're a tourist, and because their level of spice is on another level.
Yeah, no, their spice is great. Like they also had this thing called a date pie.
Oh,
that date and custard pie is the best. It's better than apple pie.
The best pie ever.
That apple pie, and also
the green apple McFizz.
McFizz, we'll get into that. That one had a special McFizz, Vimto McFizz. That was amazing.
And that should have fed like a family of 4.
It should have.
But I have to admit, me and Bish wolfed that down.
So the reason why they do it like that is because during Ramadan, especially in the Middle East, all of the shops tend to be closed. A lot of restaurants tend to be closed because people are fasting. So they want to attract as many people as possible. So when you're fasting, you tend to eat a lot of food anyway. I mean, when they break their fast, so they want to put in as much food as possible. They know that they're not making money during the day because they're closed. So they want to promote that and sell as much as possible. So
you break fast with McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Even P.F. Chang's had the same thing, break fast with P.F. Chang's. Like, they all have set menus, which is really nice because a lot of the set menus as well is culturally catered in terms of ingredients they use to the people of that country.
Of course, 100%.
Like the date pie.
The date pie, that date and custard pie is amazing. So it's like dates, but it's not like dry and
It was tender. It's kind of juicy.
Like, I don't know how to explain it because we have some desserts in the UK that
have
dates in it.
It's like a sticky toffee pudding.
Sticky toffee pudding with custard. That's basically what it is, and it's so much
better
than apple pie.
But without the cakey bit.
Yeah, and it's so much better than the apple pie. I mean, we tried the apple pie there, but this is amazing.
But I have to admit, that green apple McFizz, oh my God.
That's what I want to talk about. McFizz, boys.
They need to bring it here.
They need to bring McFizz here.
It's just so good.
What I love about the McFizz over there is the fact that they have different flavors. So they also have iced tea, which they've recently introduced.
The iced tea was quite nice.
Iced tea was great. I mean,
but the McFizz,
don't even bother with Coca-Cola. Don't bother with any of that.
Don't even bother with the green apple McFizz. It's all about the normal apple McFizz. It's good.
So they've got
the green apple McFizz.
Apple McFizz. It tastes like regular apple juice.
Didn't they have like a peach lemonade one?
So I'll get into that.
I can't
remember.
So they've got
apple McFizz.
Yep.
They've got Oh wait, it's not all of the McFizzes are specified on the website for some reason. I don't know why.
Maybe they've changed it since then. We did go to Dubai like 2 years ago.
2 years ago, but maybe they don't mention it all on their website. But they had apple. They had like a peach flavor. They had green apple. They had another flavor. I'm trying to remember what. Oh, lemonade, strawberry lemonade, and stuff like that. And the Vimto flavor. Personally, for me,
green apple
or Vimto.
It tasted either like one. Do you know the extreme Chewits green apple flavor?
It's a sour apple flavor.
It's banging.
But I think now they introduced like fresh orange juice and fresh guava juice, and it's stuff like that.
Didn't they have a mango? They had a mango drink. Or am I dreaming that?
I think you might be. But obviously they have their standard like mineral water and like Fanta and Sprite and Coca-Cola. But
the best thing in that McDonald's, they're always happy. They're always ready to serve, ready to go above and beyond. Like whoever is hiring those people in the Dubai McDonald's is doing a good job. That's the funny
thing is, because sometimes you go into McDonald's and some like
they literally look happy to be there.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think maybe that's because the way that it works in the country. Maybe they're forced to be like that. I don't want to say that,
but they seem generally happy.
No, and they're happy to serve. I think that's a good thing.
That's nice when you go into McDonald's and you feel very welcome.
I mean,
you get that here.
You get that here in some McDonald's, but then sometimes you get them, miserable bastards that don't want to be working there. I get it. There's some jobs that people hate.
Yeah.
But
it's not for everyone.
At that McDonald's, there were people that I knew on a daily. Like, when you go in for your daily cheeseburger, at that McDonald's, you spoke to the people, and it was nice because you saw the member of staff there. They were laughing, joking around.
Get to know you, and they'll remember, how's your holiday? Are you staying in this hotel? Like
there was one guy at the McDonald's that I went there, and when I was doing my order, because at first I didn't want to order in person because it's very confusing how to order over there. That's the one thing that I don't like. They have the screens, which is very simple, but it's in Arabic, so you have to change it to English, and they have it in all these different languages, but I can't read Arabic, so it's very difficult for me to do that. So one of the members of staff was like, oh, this is how you change it to English, and they helped me with my order. A lot of the people, as in the people in the UAE, don't use the screens. I think it's mainly for tourists.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why. I just think it's because you can't do really a lot of customizations. I didn't want to do the ordering because the line is so long. But they remember your order, like, oh, do you want the Apple McFizz? Or they were giving you like suggestions. Oh, maybe try this, maybe try that. And that's the lovely thing about it. It's like you're actually in
a restaurant in a way.
Pretty much.
And that table service.
Table service is great.
And it's ridiculously clean.
Yeah, no. I think anything in the Middle East tends to be that. It can't be.
Squeaky clean, like the tables are shining.
One thing that I liked within the Middle Eastern McDonald's, Mac Cafe, and before we get into Mac Cafe, I want to talk about the sauces, the sauces for the nuggies, the nuggets. Oh boy, they had the mustard. That's the only sauce that you need. Mustard. That's
mustard and ketchup.
I think they used Heinz ketchup as well.
It was.
And you can get mayo bombastic. And like garlic mayo and like proper Arabic garlic sauce. It's
bombastic, amazing.
So that's another thing. I mean, other than that, it's pretty bog standard. But Mac Cafe over there, I forgot to mention how Mac Cafe was in Switzerland. It was nice. They had the best macarons. But here in the UAE, they've got tiramisu, they got cheesecake,
red velvet cake,
they got black forest, red velvet,
macaroons.
Your donuts,
I'm pretty sure they have macaroons
as well. They got your croissants, they got pain au chocolat, they got cheese croissants. They got everything. They got like muffins.
And didn't they have drinks as well?
They had frappes and stuff. It was basically, the way that it worked was that there was a wall in between.
There was like a cheaper Lord Ray.
Kind of. But
in McDonald's, their version of it.
It was like, there was a wall in between. Not in between the McDonald's, but in between the staff. So there was specific staff. It wasn't like here, because sometimes here...
Like a McDonald's patisserie.
Kind of. There's specific staff that only deal with Mac Cafe, and you can only order them from that area. You can't order stuff. You have to go to the Mac Cafe to order Mac Cafe items, and it just made sense. And
they had specific Mac Cafe packaging, so if you wanted to take away, it wouldn't be like in a burger box. It'd have its own cute little delicate cake box.
Yeah, and that's what I liked about it. That's the lovely thing about Mac Cafe. And I think
the McDonald's in the UAE and Switzerland, it's quite refined.
It is
in comparison. It's McDonald's. Don't get me wrong. But in comparison to the rest of the world, it's quite refined.
It's the most refined there in the UAE, to be honest with you. So yeah, McDonald's in Dubai I think is a really great thing. But before, we're going to end this on the creme de la creme, McDonald's Japan. We've never been there, but we want to talk about it. We want to talk about the stuff that we want to try from there, because they've got some really awesome exclusive stuff. But before that, we'll go to an ad break.
Are you a fan of anime and Japanese pop culture? I know I am. So why don't you get your asses down to Sugoimart? All right, that's sugoimart.com. Alternatively, you can use our link getlifepodcast.com/sugoi. That'll take you to our special link on Sugoimart. That is getlifepodcast.com/SUGOI. And use our code GALP. That is GALP for 15% off on everything on Sugoimart. And you can use the code multiple times if you really love Sugoimart and you're like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go and purchase the best things that Japan has to offer. Food and drink, beauty items, collectibles, toys and games. You can actually buy Gunpla from Sugoimart, as well as a lot of things for your home. Kitchen appliances, bathroom, bedroom stuff. They've got these really lovely Spy Family campus notebooks. I'm a big fan of stationery, as you guys know, and they've got that there as well. There's some really cool stuff on here. You can also purchase experience sets, which is basically like kits to make matcha, to make onigiri, and they'll provide everything basically. Whatever you want, Sugoimart has got it. They've got a lot of really cool stuff from Japan, and as you guys know, every sort of month or so they give us care package that we show off to you guys, which I think is pretty cool. So they've got really nice stuff included. They also sell Pokemon cards and a lot of genuinely hyped stuff. What we want to do is that we want to find out the weirdest things on the Sugoimart website and get Sugoimart to send them to us. So Sugoimart, if you're listening, let's prepare that. Let's just get the weirdest stuff and send it my way. And we'll talk about it on a episode of Umai. They've got some really, really nice stuff. If you want to get items from Japan quite easily, some really nice quirky items, then you can go to sugoimart.com, use the code GALP for 15% off on your purchase. They've got some really nice stuff, whether you're an anime fan, whether you're a fan of Japanese culture, or even if you're a fan of Disney. They've got a lot of Disney items on there. So experience Japan from the comfort of your own home with Sugoimart. Use the code GALP for 15% off. Thank you, Sugoimart, for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. And back on to the episode.
Okay, we are back. We've got our final Japan crate item. It's called Sylvain Bourbon little cake things. And they are, I think, strawberries and cream flavored or whatever. They look very French.
They look like fondant fancies, but in triangle shapes.
They do. I hope they're not fondant fancies.
I quite like a fondant fancy. I don't know what you're on about.
Oh my goodness.
That's what it is. It's a fondant fancy, but in a little. Ooh, you can really taste the strawberry. But in a triangle shape, and instead of like a whole brick of cake, it's actually thin layers of cake with icing in between. I like these. This is a fondant fancy though, you have to admit.
Damn.
This is a fondant fancy. This needs a cup of tea.
It does.
I'm telling you, we should have made some green tea.
We should have, but we didn't.
Oh my god, this is so good. The cake is really soft.
I think this is the highlight of today's episode.
This is probably one of my favorite, and there have been so many good things in Japan crate. But this has to be the best one I've ever tasted. Oh my god, it's so soft.
So
it's so fluffy and airy.
Let's go on to my boy McDonald's Japan. They've got some insane stuff, man. So they've got the double Big Mac, which is basically a Big Mac with, I'll show you here actually. It's a Big Mac with 2 meat patties on each level.
There's 4, what?
That's what it is.
Sorry, I'm really enjoying it.
2 meat patties on each level. It's 490 yen.
Well, how much is that in pounds?
That's around, let's say, that's about $5.
$5? Oh, that's actually, I spent more in McDonald's.
For that?
Oh my god. But is that without the meal?
I think that's included meal price.
Oh my god, have you seen that cheeseburger?
Double cheeseburger. This is a double cheeseburger.
Oh my god. Why even the pictures look massive?
So double cheeseburger in Japan, it's a cheeseburger that has 4 beef patties. Japan, what the hell? Like, that's a double cheeseburger and it's 440 yen. I don't think that's a meal item. I think that's just
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But amazing.
They have double chicken fillet. They have a
lot of doubles on this menu.
I think anything in Japan you can just ask for a double because it tends to be the case, because a double cheese, that's basically a double cheeseburger. I think that's a double cheeseburger.
Double combo.
They got double filet-o-fish. They need to do that in the UK, man.
I'm shocked. Of all the places, Japan has double everything.
Double everything. Japan.
They're known to be the slimmest people in the world, but they have double.
But they go out on.
It's almost as if when it's cheat day, it's cheat day.
It's cheat day.
Do you know what I mean?
Double teriyaki burger. This is something I want to talk about. Not the double bit, but just the regular teriyaki burger. It's basically a hamburger dipped in teriyaki sauce.
That sounds amazing.
And they do one that's like katsu.
That looks amazing.
And then you also mentioned the ebi,
the shrimp fillet.
Ebi ship. The ebi fry shrimp patty.
Because when I saw it, I think I saw it on Mikey Chen's video. When he actually opened the burger, it's not shrimp. Like tiny shrimp. There's actual prawn pieces in there.
Yeah, 100%. McDonald's doesn't mess around, man. They got like burgers with egg in it. That's not even a breakfast menu item.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
They got like so many awesome stuff. Like, what the hell? A grand burger, garlic pepper, teriyaki burger.
Oh, that looks really good. The teriyaki chicken filet.
That's what I'm saying. The teriyaki chicken burger, like, that's great.
And then you got an egg cheeseburger.
Egg cheeseburger.
And that's not even on the breakfast menu.
That's not on the breakfast menu. They've got a chicken cheeseburger. Chicken cheeseburger.
That is just unreal.
200 yen. That is really cheap. That's about a pound basically.
But that 140 yen on the cheeseburger, isn't that quite cheap?
That is super cheap. Well, we'll see how much 140 yen is at today's market price.
These cakes are so good. I think I prefer these over fondant fancies.
For a double cheeseburger. Oh no, 140 yen is, sorry, it's about a pound.
So it's about the same.
But they also have this thing called mac pork. Bacon mac pork. It's basically a pork patty. It's similarly priced to the cheeseburger. And they've also got their mayo chicken as well, which is called chicken crisp. And then you got your menu items.
Oh my god, their breakfast menu items look unreal.
They got bacon and egg McMuffins. They've got I don't know why filet-o-fish is technically considered as a breakfast menu item.
Because I eat a lot of fish in breakfast time, but I reckon the quality of the egg is a lot better than.
Yeah, they probably use Japanese eggs, I would imagine. They got the McGriddle, which is the McGriddle in the US is basically our McMuffins.
Oh, they've got a hash potato breakfast.
Where's that? Oh yeah, that's with hash browns basically.
Oh my god, the Mega Muffin.
Mega Muffin, which is basically a double. It's a double thing.
It's a double egg muffin.
Egg muffin, basically. Well, it's pretty cool.
Well, that grand clubhouse.
They've got some really nice things in Japan.
I think we need to take a visit, even if it's just a layover.
Just for Japan.
Just.
We'll see their set menu because obviously that's more like it.
Oh my! They have the double Big Mac
for 800 yen. So we'll see as a meal. I don't know how much that is in the UK. 800 yen, about £6
for 4 patties.
For 4 patties of beef, Coke, and fries. And that's their most expensive. Actually, no, the most expensive is the Grand Clubhouse, which is basically similar to the Big Tasty. It's basically a Big Tasty. But that's a double of that. They've got some really nice stuff, man. Like different cheeses and like American cheese. And it looks like a proper burger restaurant, I guess. Like they even do like a double chicken cheeseburger. It's
literally like their whole menu
is
double.
Is double, but it's
like
designed for them for the most part.
Yeah. Oh.
So they have this thing. I don't know what this is. I'm not sure if these are nuggets.
What? Pontagu?
That's basically, it's a meal. It's like a sort of thing. It's not, I don't know what it is.
Pontonage, or I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Let me see what it is in Japanese, but this is translated from Google Translate.
Oh, that's why.
Okay, so basically what it is, it's you buy I think a 9 portion of nuggets. Or they list it as a large portion of nuggets with chips, and you get 31% off. It's basically they're doing it as a combo.
See, we don't have that in the UK.
So it's like a potato combo, and then there's an oversized one where you have 20 nugs and 2 portions of chips.
But look at the price difference.
That's
not that bad. Personally, if I was 15
pieces,
if I was with a friend, I would get the double one, because it's like from 500 yen to 800 yen.
Okay. How much is 390 yen? 390 yen is about £3.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you get 15 pieces of nuggets.
Oh, look at that. Bacon potato pie.
Yeah, so bacon potato pie,
that
which
sounds good.
These are savory items, and I don't think they're supposed to exist. Like, these are savory items, but I think that is a seasonal thing. to be honest with you, I don't know what this is. There's a lot of stuff.
Oh, I think that's the shaking ones. It's like you put it in, you basically have like a chicken strip or you have like a cheese strip or whatever.
Yeah.
You put it in the bag and they give you like the flavor in packets and you pour the flavor packets on and shake it.
Okay, that's cool. So they got like cheddar cheese. I don't see why you want to do that, but it is cheap. It's 150 yen. It's
like a little snack item. It's like you get the chicken piece, the fried chicken piece, you put it in the bag. You either put like, I think they had like a ramen flavor once where it had like a ramen packet. You open it, you shake it on there, you shake the bag.
They got like red pepper and cheddar cheese and stuff. They might have a curry flavor as well. They also sell sweet corn. And hash browns. Hash browns as a regular menu item, not as a...
I don't see that happening here in the UK. Like you always have to have it in the morning with your egg McMuffin.
The drinks they have, they've got your regular Coca-Cola,
Fanta
Sprite.
Grape.
Fanta in Japan is just another level. So they've got Fanta Grape. They've got Fanta Melon. They've got iced tea, a lot of different iced teas. They got that, that white grape drink that we tried. And I also think that's another type of iced tea. So they've got multiple iced teas. They've got their lattes. I'm having a latte. They've got their lattes. They've got their caramel latte.
Let's look at the
iced
desserts.
Coffees. We'll look at the desserts right now. Sweets. It's listed as sweets on the website.
Oh, they have a night mac, morning mac.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Oh, okay.
So they've got your standard milkshakes. So you got your chocolate, your chocolate vanilla, strawberry.
I'm surprised I don't have banana.
Banana. They've got the McFlurries. What the hell is super Oreo? Oh, okay. So they got two types of McFlurry. One is Oreo and one's super Oreos. So I'm imagining more Oreos.
More Oreo on there.
Japan, more Oreo.
But it's literally like how much is it? 50 pence.
300 yen. So 300 yen.
From 250 yen.
About £2.
It's like 50 pence per difference. Like you can either get the plain, like the normal Oreo amount for like 240 yen, or you can either get double Oreo
what
for 290.
What I like also is that they do floats, ice cream floats. So that's why they got the grape.
What's this pancake?
It's just smaller pancakes for kids. For their thing. So they've got Mac Float with the Coca-Cola, and then they've got their melon float. But obviously the melon floats and ice cream, that's a traditional Japanese thing, I guess. They've also got one with coffee, apple pie, grape. They've got the waffle cones that we mentioned in Dubai.
But it's not like the Oreo.
It's not like the Oreo ones.
It's like a normal classic waffle cone.
Normal classic, but they've got chocolate and almonds, and then your soft serve ice cream as well. It doesn't seem they have much variation in the McFlurries. Their McFlurries are small as ours, so
apparently
that's fine.
Hong Kong has a bigger desserts menu, I think.
Yeah, Hong Kong, they're really into their sweets.
They're really into their McDonald's.
I think.
But shout out to Japan for like the double everything, literally.
You know when it says here, Georgina, when it says morning mac, night mac, I think that's
just the morning menu.
And then after a Mac Cafe.
They have a Mac Cafe.
So a lot of matcha stuff. They have a matcha frappe.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Do you know the matcha ice cream place that does the hojicha ice cream flavor? It's kind of like those desserts you can find there.
But it's all matcha, like matcha latte. I'm having a latte.
Matcha ice cream latte.
They got frappes, matcha iced tea. They've got strawberry matcha. Like they've got all this stuff. Like it's basically going into a coffee shop in McDonald's. Like it's insane. Like they've got like all these different types of tea, like
and coffees as well.
Hot chocolate and like ojicha. It's insane.
Oh, macarons.
They've got pistachio, citron.
An Oreo roll cake as well.
Like a Swiss roll. Yeah, man. Chiffon cakes. This is the stuff that I would imagine. Like, look at this. Marshmallow cream tart. Chocolate tartlets. That looks like really a baked Alaska.
That looks like a meringue pie, but it's obviously not.
That's amazing. They've got brownies, they've got chocolate tarts. I'm like, what the hell is the stuff that we don't have here? Like, what?
No, we don't even have scones here.
We don't even have scones.
And we're British.
And we're British.
What's this matcha float? What's that?
That's not
matcha frappe.
It's a matcha frappe with strawberry.
But it has the little mochis. Yeah.
That's not sugary white ball.
It says literally strawberry white ball, unless that's how it's translated. It's translated wrong.
Strawberry is there, and then the white ball matcha is a white matcha.
They couldn't have just. You mean mochi? You just called it matcha.
Whatever. Yeah, it's mochi.
Mochi.
Whatever.
That's really, obviously, I'm not surprised because it's Japan. That's so much green tea on there.
I want to talk about their Happy Meals.
That Happy Meal looks banging.
So what they actually have in their Happy Meals, they don't have chips.
But could you?
Which seems a bit odd. They have corn instead.
But could you order chips?
I would imagine. You should be able to.
Maybe they're just trying to promote that healthy
lifestyle. Wait, we got to see this because it says choose the side. Okay.
You can get chips.
Yeah,
it's kind of they're promoting the sweet corn on the website.
UK when they're like, oh, apple bag. Oh.
No, what kind of I don't want to be rude, but firstly, if I'm a parent one day, and my kid, I won't even be proud of them. I'll be disappointed in them if they come out saying, "Yeah, Mum, I want in my Happy Meal, I want fish fingers and carrot sticks." I look at them like, "Is this child even mine?"
Yeah.
Or did I take the wrong baby from the hospital?
That's
Do I know this kid?
Clearly. Barely.
I'm sorry. When you're going to McDonald's, you should order the fries and the burger. You never go for the salads or the carrot sticks. I'd be disappointed with my child. They ask for carrot sticks.
You know, I used to.
Any other day, it's fine, but not when you go to McDonald's.
You know when people like do that meme and they're like, "Oh."
I'll order they order the whole menu and stuff, but I'll have a Diet Coke.
I've noticed why that actually makes sense to do.
Why?
Because if you're diabetic.
But then you still, because there's lots of sugar anyway in processed foods. Like it doesn't even matter whether or not you order a Diet Coke or no Diet Coke. You still affect your insulin levels from the sugar that's in the bread or in
at the same time, I understand.
Or in fried processed foods. But
anyway.
But there are people who aren't diabetic and order the whole menu. It's like, oh, but I'll have a Diet Coke. It's like that Diet Coke is not going to help you.
Oh, this one looks good though. Soy sauce broiled. So it's basically a soy sauce.
Thick beef. Oh, damn,
patty.
she's thick.
There's stuff that I want to try that they don't actually have on their website for some reason.
See, that bun was like the McChicken Premier bun, but it had oregano on top.
Okay, Japan McDonald's. There was a lot more that I wanted to talk about because their website doesn't tell you stuff. But I'm going to go on another website to see 50 McDonald's items. Okay, we've talked about that.
But then
what
have you
the hell
noticed?
is this?
Ooh.
Idaho burger. Okay, they basically got Tastes of America going on. Diner honey mustard.
Ooh.
It's a honey mustard chicken burger.
Ooh, with ham in there or bacon.
So I'm guessing this is their Taste of America
like their
deal.
seasonal kind of stuff.
Yeah, because they have Manhattan burger, which is basically our Taste of America.
I can't remember what country it was, but it might have been Hong Kong, but there is somewhere where they do a pork burger and it's got pineapple on there.
That's the Hawaiian burger.
Oh, is it? Okay.
They have it here. It's the same basically. They've got pineapple and it's a pork-based bun. New York burger, mega tamago. It's like an egg burger. No, that's the egg burger that we talked about.
You know what? I'm not a fan of eggs and burgers, but if I went to Japan, I think I'd go for it. If there's one thing they know how to do is egg. You have to. I think it's just classic.
Chicken tatsua with wasabi and tare tare sauce. That sounds amazing. It's basically pickled ginger and lettuce, like Japanese ginger, with a burger that is basically dipped in tare tare.
Oh, what's tare tare?
It's kind of like a teriyaki sauce.
The glaze.
Yeah, the glaze that you have on
yakitori.
Yeah, basically yakiniku and stuff. So they got shredded cabbage, chicken patty, and the sauce and wasabi.
Do you know what? That would be good if they had a pork katsu burger for the shredded cabbage.
I'm pretty sure they do. I'm trying to.
But they have that really thick kind of miso as the sauce.
I think that might be a bit too much.
No, because that's how they serve it in restaurants. They have the pork katsu and they have have you not seen a restaurant where they have a tower of not lettuce but cabbage, but then that's to help balance out the really thick miso kind of soup.
I've noticed that there's a lot of Taste of America type things like Beverly Hills burger, California burger.
Yeah, but they don't really. It's only America. It's like what about the UK?
There's no proper burgers in the
UK.
UK.
Like what about the
hot
about
gold
Swiss?
Masala? They have a lot of Indian flavored stuff.
Really?
Yeah, like curry and stuff, like masala, like burgers and stuff, which is kind of cool, man. Like look at that. It's quite awesome. Aussie deli, why does Australia
get burger and we
with
don't?
Pastrami? What is this? It's basically a cheeseburger with pastrami. That's awesome.
Oh, I don't rate that.
Wait, look at that.
What's that?
That's called a double beef salsa burger. I think that's the chicken premier.
That is the chicken premier, but without the chicken.
Without the chicken, that looks banging.
Yeah, that I'd go for.
Georgina, chicken salsa burger.
They have the McChicken pro. That is exactly like the McChicken pro. Sorry, I'm shouting into the mic. Cover your ears. But that is exactly like I'm going. You know what? I'm going to Japan. We're going to Japan. We're going to Japan. That is exactly. I'm taking a picture of that.
Okay, you could just go on their website.
No, I'm going.
They also got the same one with.
Grow up. That is the McChicken Premier.
They've also got the same with shrimp as well. Sakura Teriyama burger.
Bish,
there's a burger with sakura mayonnaise.
Bish, I actually want to cry. I'm tearing up right now. They have my McChicken Premier.
Georgina, chicken
exactly
katsu
the
burger.
same. Oh,
bacon and lettuce burger. It's basically a BLT. Mac pork double. What is? See, this is
What's that? What's that?
What?
No, scroll down.
That's the shaking one. But they have different sauces. So there's a tomato and basil. I can't find what the other sauces are though.
No, but seriously, the McChicken Premier, except they call it the chicken salsa burger. I am going to Japan.
Wasabi nugget sauce.
Oh, banging.
That is amazing.
So good. But we are going to Japan. Just see McDonald's.
They also got sour plum sauce.
Oh, that! Imagine dipping your nugget in that.
Georgina, look at
it's
this.
like sweet and sour, but probably more sour.
Mega potato.
What is that?
It's basically a very
Why do their fries look thinner?
It's a very large portion of fries. I think because there's some people that just order fries. It's called, what's it called again? Mega potato.
No, but Bish, I still can't get over the McChicken Premier.
Kit Kat McFlurry, as you can
I'm
imagine.
shocked we didn't see that on the website.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of seasonal items.
That McChicken Premier, I swear to God, if it's seasonal, we're going during the season of the McChicken Premier.
I think, okay, wait. I'm looking at another website because this might be even their packaging, man. What the hell? I'm putting in a petition for that McChicken Premier. I'm trying to find it. The shrimp fillet. That's something definitely to try. German sausage sandwich is basically like a bratwurst.
But it's fried on the outside.
Moon cheese. See, Japan has got some crazy stuff, man.
Japan, I just want to go.
But this is what I wanted to talk about. Chocolate fries. This is basically like a Halloween variant, but it's a portion of fries, and you get the special sauce with it that is like split into two parts.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like how you get like epoxy and certain super glues that are like split into two parts and you mix it. It's like that. So you cut the little lip off and then you just pour it over, and then you get a dark chocolate and then a white chocolate sauce, and you dip it.
It's orange or white chocolate sauce.
Orange for Halloween, but normally it's like white chocolate. So it's a dessert that uses the regular fries.
But I can sort of imagine it because some people tend to dip their fries in milkshakes, but I can't imagine chocolate sauce.
Yeah, well, I can get that.
I can't.
Cheesecake McFlurry.
Ooh, banging.
Choco pie. They've got these choco pies are amazing.
They look good. It looks like it's Nutella inside.
I saw it on the Japan Crate Instagram, and they had like a white chocolate one, and like I think white chocolate and custard, and then there's this one, and they're amazing. Pineapple pie.
I mean, it sounds good, but I can't eat it.
Yeah,
but the McChicken Premier.
We gotta go, man.
We have to go. Like it's like God is calling me to visit Japan. I literally just said, and I was arguing about the McChicken Premier, and they have it. And it's literally the same. It's not been changed, not one bit.
I'm trying to find the other stuff that they've got because every website has a different thing, and I'm guessing because this is all like I don't know how to explain it. It's all like seasonal items. What is this? Oh, that's a fillet of fish.
I have that here. It's not that
thing.
Burgers are massive.
Oh, so this night menu that we were talking about.
Yeah.
That is where you pay another 100 yen, which is less than $1. That's when you get those crazy mutations. This is basically like a Persona thing, you know what I'm talking about? You go into the dungeon and shit, and it's like...
So wait, the night menu, is that at a specific time at night?
It's after 5 p.m. After anything after
So all
5,
those doubles we were seeing...
That's only in that night menu. So then that double Big Mac, that's in the night menu.
I'm guessing this is where all the stoners come out.
I don't think there's many stoners in Japan.
No, I don't. I'm taking the piss, obviously.
People don't know how to take proper pictures on Instagram, but... That looks rank.
Oh my God. We need to go to Japan.
We need to.
Just
weird laughing.
Exactly.
Triple cheeseburger. Like what the hell is that?
What is wrong with that bun?
I'm trying to figure it out. I think it's something.
The bun has a zit. A massive zit growing, literally.
Oh, wait.
I think we need to take pictures and post it on Instagram to show them what we're on about.
I'm trying to think. I think it's a special type of bun.
The bun looks like it has a pimple.
Ooh. Triple cheeseburger, bruh.
Triple cheese. Oh,
$4.
That looks like a heart attack in a sandwich.
It does, but I'm guessing these things you don't eat as a meal. You just eat that spicy cheeseburger. What is this stuff, man?
Literally, we don't have
spicy fries. This is stuff that we need, man.
Exactly.
Currently available.
We need the McChicken Premier. Bring it back, McDonald's, if you listen.
The chocolate potato chips. What? Ooh. Now they got like purple flavor. Okay.
Purple flavor. It tastes like purple.
Purple flavor.
It tastes like purple.
Georgina,
what's this Pikachu thing?
Banana. It's a special one that they did for I think one of the Pokemon games, but it's
Choco Banana
McFlurry.
Ooh,
banana.
Jesus. What's that? What is it?
You know Lazy Egg?
Yeah. Yeah.
What flavor is that?
Scroll up. Find out.
It's pudding flavored. You know the lazy egg? It's supposed to look like an egg that's scrambled up, but it's basically pudding, Japanese pudding, which is creme caramel and caramel sauce.
That sounds banging. Oh, look at the size of that egg.
Yo, bruh.
We're going to Japan. Japan, if you're listening, we're poor, so send us to
Japan.
Just pay for our tickets.
Japanese embassy, if you're listening.
Japan, do you hear me?
Okay, I think McDonald's Japan, if you're listening, I'm going to reach out to you guys. McDonald's, actually no, you know what? Forget about McDonald's Japan. Japan Crate, send us out to Japan.
We want the McChicken premiere.
We're going to go there for the burgers.
We're not asking for a whole week, we're asking for one day.
One day.
Send us one day for the McDonald's.
That's it. That's all you need
all
to
we're
do.
asking for. We don't want anything else, just the McDonald's for now.
Japan Crate, if you can send us to Japan. Okay, one day is a bit excessive. Send us for a week. Send us to Japan for a week.
We would come back rolling. We'd be fat.
It's fine. No, send us to Japan for a week. Me and Georgina will go to Japan. We can see your offices in Japan because they've got offices in Osaka and they also have in LA. So send us over there. We can do videos with you guys. We can do a special podcast episode just so we could try McDonald's in Japan. We want to try this. We want to experience it. Let's make this happen.
Japan Crate, the McChicken Premier is calling me home.
Country road
is calling me home.
Anyway, so I think that's a good place to end this episode. This is actually a really long episode, but McDonald's Japan Crate, send us out there. We'll try something. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Big thanks to our sponsors, Japan Crate, Crunchyroll. So,
those cakes.
The cakes, a big highlight, but we'll see you in the next episode of Umai. Bye.
Bye.